Welcome to another Thursday Fight Night. I am sat next to a very wet Jacko.
Just a bit. It's absolutely pouring with rain out there. And then we normally say it's sunny here in Cardiff. It is not.
Yeah, absolutely that. Don't ignore the name up the top because there's definitely Jacko sat next to me.
I would love to be Paul.
And I am Fish, as always.
Add me to the many names of Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, another fight night. We've got some humdingers for you as always. So
as always.
Yeah. Two titans of the game going at it tonight. In round one, we've got Gareth, who will be sat on the left, and Paul on the right.
What a game!
Yeah, and it's going to be Mono Lightning Cadets versus GIGAWOL.
Nice. No guesses as to who's playing what.
Yeah.
Gareth is 100% on the Cadets list. Interesting, Paul going back to GIGAWOL, playing a lot of GIGAWOL last set, so it'd be interesting to see what changes he made with the new set, what new cards he's brought in.
None.
So,
I'm pretty sure none.
Oh, really?
But we shall see. So, guys, we'll go over to the gameplay table.
Is that because of the lack of inspiration, or just he doesn't feel it needs it?
I just think he's sick of playing against Mono Water, but...
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
let's check it out. So let's go on over. They should be taking their seats, and yes, what perfect timing.
Look at that, already sat up and ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, I say that, there's no Paul McAvoy sat down at the table. It's just Gareth about to play against himself. So
yeah, well, I've just given them the thumbs up, so they are going to be off on their trots now. So, in the meantime, while they're drawing up there, just a quick announcement with regards to our stream next week for Space Marine 2. Do check us out. It is going to be slightly later than usual, or than we anticipated. We were hoping to get in around midday, but sadly, they decided to release the game at 5 p.m. on the 9th and not earlier. So,
oh, really? Oh, this is news to me. We're streaming.
Yeah, we are.
Nice.
Myself and Jack are going to be playing through the campaign on our new stream show, which is called Next Dimension Arcade. So join us there Monday evening. Appreciate it.
I will be there. Well, actually, I won't be there. I'll be at work. But I will watch on the playback.
Yeah, that will be Monday evening via our YouTube channel. So yeah, check it out. Although in the meantime, President Shinra.
It's like double Odin into the bin as well. Gareth will be sad to see two big Odins already in break zone, not in damage.
Yeah, but you know someone who will be happy to see them go there? One Paul McAvoy.
Mr. McAvoy himself. Yeah, it looks like we're going into the into the Reno. We had the Rude for a second, but it's going with the Reno. I'm assuming maybe playing one of each, maybe two of one.
No, I reckon probably just one and one. I would have thought. I think it's pretty much just to get the backups as quickly to 5 as we can.
And he puts it down, so he sets him up for any sort of 4 CP turns.
Oh, and
Paul, shockingly, straight into a Sarah FFL.
Yeah. Let's see what 2 big walls we're getting. He's already got the Gilgamesh FFBE in hand as well.
So I think we'll definitely be seeing probably 1 4-color, 1 light. Yeah. Because with that said, I don't know if he's got another light one in hand, because if he does, he could. That Gilgamesh could be online already.
Yeah, and it is an absolutely disgusting card, but Gareth just sticking with the game plan, plays the tray in the back line.
Gareth doing curvy things.
Gets back the cease that he discarded, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, so he's on curve and he's got his first cadet backup down. Is this the only cadet backup in Mono Lightning?
I believe so, yes, actually.
And going for an Irvine.
This is a great card here, well played
Real
by Gareth.
Proactive play here from Gareth.
Yeah.
Recognising the threat that could be coming. And hits an Amaterasu even better.
Yeah, absolutely awesome. Now we at least know the Gilgamesh FFBE isn't going to be online.
The GIGAWOL is going to come down. So what are we getting rid of? There's fire.
Having to discount the Mog as well.
Lena. I definitely go with the Lena. I feel like that's no use just yet. And he's getting rid of the Mog.
Yeah.
So top 5.
What are we going to hit?
There's an Alphano, very nice. Onion Knight, and Sephiroth. Well, the Sephiroth we'd probably rather have in hand as a way of dealing with this, but I guess getting a discard because it puts Gareth down to 0.
Yeah.
Rips that size.
And the size is a bit of removal as well. Is nice to see.
Alphano's going to search, so Paul's just deciding what he's going to search, so he's going to have a dig in now.
Probably another wall here. Get your colours back up, right?
It depends on what he's got in hand. I think he's got at least a Faris in hand, but I imagine this light wall. So now he knows. Obviously, we've got the Irvine, which is potentially going to be a little bit scary. But the thing is with Gareth needs to be proactive with the Irvine, but at the same time, can't be too proactive because if he attacks, he's facing down 3 blockers.
Yeah,
Cheeky exchange of walls there.
Which is fine though. I mean, if you're going to keep the cards out of the break zone, I think attacking with the Irvine is absolutely okay.
Yeah.
You're going to take this damage regardless because you can't block with the Irvine.
I think it's more important that you keep this break zone down to stop any sort of Gilgamesh BE ruining your day.
Yeah, and there's another Odin he's after.
He's gonna go for Reeve, top 3.
I mean, he could have played a Cloud there, but I guess he's probably waiting.
The thing with the Cloud is that the second you play the Cloud, Paul just protects with
that's a fair
shield.
point, actually.
But I still think you do it just to get rid of one from hand.
Yeah, because he's got the 4 colour wall and he's got the light colour wall there as well.
Yeah, the only saving grace is that I can't see any lightning cards to hand, so Paul won't be able to get to the 7 colours this turn.
Well, the S effect doesn't buff in any way, right?
No, but it does give protection, and actually the incentive on Paul is that if he does try and go for a big Gilgamesh BE turn, the incentive is to proactively give yourself the shield, put those things in bin, and it protects you against the EX burst that may be hit.
Yeah, potentially, but again, it does allow us to sort of attack, and we're going to block with the GIGAWOL, so we're going to get to play another one next turn. Again, though, at least we don't have to be worried about the FFBE. We're just going to have to worry about how wide Paul is going to go here. Lightning...
I assume Varus is the last one, because you want to keep hold of the Gilgamesh, and you want to keep hold. So, still no lightning cards in bin, which is the big thing we're looking for.
Oof, that's going to hurt. He has hit some absolute wildies there.
Yeah, I mean, the Zero Must coming down and freezing the Irvine is definitely going to be tasty.
I'm very shocked he didn't go with his sort of signature tech piece there, the Marquis
I think
Phantasm.
Marquis fantastic call here because you're putting the pressure on.
Yeah.
So it means that you're threatening lethal. You've got 2 attackers this turn, and you've got threatening 5, and Gareth can't play any forwards active. I agree. I think you should have gone for the Marquis there.
Yeah, absolutely. No EXs yet for Gareth, though. Nothing still.
Oh, nice. That Irvin's a great hit. Because you can protect... I guess it doesn't matter that the forwards are coming and deal with the Marquis because he has the Zero Must, so I guess probably that's why he went for the Azuki, because the Marquis isn't doing too much, really, because Zero Must is just doing the exact same thing already.
Yep.
So that's probably why he's gone for the Azuki.
Well, it looks like Gareth might be up a creek here, as they say, without a paddle.
Well, we know Paul's got 1 ultimate shield in hand because he searched it at the start of the game, so we know he's got 1 protection should Gareth try and do anything. I still think you need to try and stem the bleeding in some way. And so do you try and do a proactive Cloud and just get that ultimate shield out of the hand now, so that on your next turn you can hope that he hasn't got the EX protection? So you play the Cloud now on the Zero Must, I guess, and just get him, bait out the shield.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame he hasn't got like an Odin in hand as well, because maybe he could have done that on the stack. But
too expensive, though, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, but it's a way of staying in the game. And he does just need blockers, to be honest. Although if we see any number of non-3 costs LBs or anything like that, and we see a Gilgamesh FFBE, we are up and out.
Yeah, well, I still think Paul is, because if you don't do something now, Paul can just, even if he doesn't get enough for the Gilgamesh BE, he just plays them at Rake Surges, dull, whatever forward you've played.
Yeah.
So I do think you have to go for the Cloud now.
Oh, we're trying it. Wow, he's going to let it die.
Looks like Paul's starting to let it die, knowing that he'll get the Gilgamesh BE online, maybe. So he's happy because now he has a lightning card in break zone.
Oh, he's just playing with his food. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, he's probably decided that actually he really is worried about the X burst, rightly so, against Gareth's deck, with all playing Mono Lightning. And so he doesn't want to have to do the ultimate shield on his turn, and actually he does benefit from the Gilgamesh, the Zero Must going to break zone.
Now this is going to be a tricky one because Gareth has played his ace where he can just discard and dull, And in theory,
Get the ace up a second. So when that ace enters the field, you draw a card. I just want to make sure it's. I think it's 2 cadets, but
yes, it is. Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to specify that because sometimes they specify not including ace. So
Yeah.
it looks like this is.
The problem is Gareth has now is that he wants to use that dull effect in his impulse turn, but as we know, he could just ultimate shield on the stack, and there's the FFBE. We gotta try and dull it now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 5.
And he's gonna do it on the stack, Gareth. You gotta do it on the stack.
He's
Yes,
gonna
we're
have
going.
to.
Boom. There's the ace trigger on the stack. We are going to get the FFBE dull, but it is live when it gets to stand back up. And he is now 9k. Yeah, that is very
Yeah.
true.
Paul deciding whether he wants to. He's going to throw the.
Oh, he can't do anything about it.
Does nothing.
No. We can take a couple blocks.
Throw a party attack in there.
Yeah, I don't hate blocking with the cloud here.
And just limit break another cloud in.
Can he kill the Yuzuki here? I don't think he can, right?
So it'll do 8k and they'll take 2k less and they're both 7k, so I don't think it'll be enough to kill either.
Oh, Garuda could have been a good shot.
Garuda would have been really nice. I would have taken the block with Cloud and just play a new one because you've got to assume that Paul doesn't have the ultimate shield in hand because otherwise he would have slapped it on the stack on top of the Gilgamesh being dulled. So Gareth needs to be careful because he might lose his window to deal with this Gilgamesh because now if Paul top decks a Warrior of Light, Gareth is going to have to discard both cards, so it means all he's going to have to do now is pass turn.
But we have, I spy there Gareth having an Irvin S effect in hand, and we are going to go with it. We're going to choose 1 forward or 5 or less and break it. We're going to go after the Sephiroth. I'm very shocked with that one. Surprised we didn't kill the FFBE. I guess maybe Gareth is thinking that I can just dull the FFBE and then he can't play another one just in case.
Not if Paul top decks a Warrior of Light, though, is the only thing now. And now we have seen 3 Warriors of Light this game, so there are only 3 left in deck.
But in theory, he can attack with the Irvin here and remove those colours as well, so...
Yeah, which is probably what maybe he was thinking about getting rid of the blocker, but I don't think getting rid of the blocker makes too much of a difference. But yeah, you're completely right. So if you're Gareth here, you attack and you remove probably the 4-colour wall and the light Warrior of Light. Because they're the hardest colours for Paul to get loaded into the break zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got to attack with the Irvine here.
Yeah, and we are going in. Gotta be the walls. Absolutely gotta be the walls, I think. Yeah, we are going after all of the good colours.
So the Irvine's going to come in.
Oh, and what a hit as well.
Very nice. Gonna go for the attack and draw, probably just because he wants 7k. That's a 9k.
No, he survives it.
So it doesn't matter too much here, so he'll shoot the cloud, why not?
Oh, he's attacking as well.
Interesting.
He does hit the Typhus Swiss again. It's a nice bit of damage, but now Gareth has 2 in hand, so he can use 2 discard effects. But again, Paul could pull a wall.
Yeah, you're now very much at risk of a top deck wall. We're moving through lightning, so it looks like he's got King coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So removing those, reducing the cost by 4, so it becomes a 1 CP. This is one of the new cards for this set. It's got an on-attack trigger. When it attacks, you can choose 1 forward and break it if you discard 2 cards from hand. So
bit pricey, but it
is.
Big
Well, it almost turns your every 2 cards in your hand into like a 5 CP Odin at damage 5. Like you discard a card to cast the Odin and you cast the Odin. So if it can hit any forward.
The thing is, though, if I'm Garthy, I probably would have kept the 2 cards in hand for the dull effects on the ace,
Yeah.
but...
Well, yeah, I guess because the problem now is if Paul does top deck the Warrior of Light, you now haven't got, because by having 2 cards in hand, you had the protection that if you attack with the Gilgamesh, you try and dull it. If he then on the stack does protection, you just dull it again.
Yeah. Now, what did we get? It
Looks
looks like...
Stoller.
Yeah, which you cannot play.
Well, it's lightning and fire. I think one of the other cards he drew was Axstar.
Which he also can play. I think he's just drawn the wrong elements entirely here.
But it's fine because you can Surgus to dull the king. And then even if your Gilgamesh BE gets dulled, you've got 3 points of damage you can deal.
Ooh, okay, we're going to just straight break the Irvin here with a cloud of his own coming from Paul.
Interesting that... I guess we have enough CP.
Yeah, enough CP and the right elements. We can... Is he trying to set up to get Gilgamesh online here?
So I don't think he can get to 7, but I think he can get to 5 because he has got the... He did top deck the Warrior of Light. So if you pull here, you basically have to move to combat, let Gareth discard, and then on the stack, Warrior of Light.
There it is. Oh.
And then the Gilgamesh is going to be able to attack. It only gets to 1 Del Freeze, but 1 Del Freeze will be enough.
Yeah, that is going to be game here. Unless we hit some pretty nasty EXs.
Well, everything's got protection now.
Oh, yeah, of course. So, yeah, it doesn't even matter. Does Queen help? We can't even dull. So nothing is going to happen, even with the EXs. And it is over.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then War of Light is going to come in for the 7th point of damage.
Woof.
That is it.
It is over. I mean, what can you do against that? Not really a lot. Gareth fought his heart out there. But, yeah, proof that GIGAWOL should never have had a protection effect. What were they thinking?
Well, it's just, Paul was very much set up. I think helped out a lot by drawing that Warrior of Light then on that crucial turn. But I do think Gareth's back was against the wall, even if Paul didn't draw that, because he still could have had Surges. There was plenty of things. Paul had enough cards in hand to do a Cloud and do a Surges if he didn't need to do the Warrior of Light. So
yeah. Absolutely that. Well, guys, we will take a short break there. I guess we'll probably bring over Paul because I believe there's still enough time in the round for an interview, so we'll be back with you shortly.
Alrighty.
And we are back with the winner of round 1, Mr. Paul McElroy, shiny head and all. So, back on GIGAWOL, what's the rationale?
I think it can, if depending on which way you go and how you open it, it can completely get around Chaos, because Chaos only has like 3 forwards and it's LB, so that's not a problem of mine. As you well know from our game earlier, if you just aggro down, you absolutely smash water, because if it can't set up, that's it. You're already moving. And I want the full out alpha now, so I'll do anything I can. Look, I know I've been playing Mono Lightning the last couple of weeks, and I love the deck. I really do. It's my favourite thing that I've been playing for the last year or so, and it just gets better and better. But I wanted to try this. There's not many changes for this set apart from the cloud backup has gone. I love the cloud backup. But the Alpha Note is the same thing with a name that's not used, which means I can happily play the cloud LB, which is obviously in this game too good. So
let's go to the game sort of at the midpoint there. I think it was the second 7-cost while you played. You had the option of the Macri Phantasm, obviously a tech card for yourself. I don't think we see that in any other GIGAWOL decks. Is there any particular reason in that instance, though, where you were threatening lethal, and I think at the time Gareth only had 1 forward, that you didn't choose that? Because you chose Yuzuki instead, along with Zeramus. So was there, because in combination, I think they probably could have been better, I think?
Maybe. I had a reason, but...
Sure, okay.
It's... I've got 3 kids. I don't sleep. What am I about? Give me a break.
I mean, if he's running off no sleep, guys, what can you do?
It was, I don't know. I saw it and I just thought, no, that's not the one. Was it a Mackie on that? Or no, drew the Mackie because one of the Mackies went to damage.
No. You hit it on your second. It was Yuzuki, Mackie Phantasm, and Zeramus, and you chose Yuzuki and Zeramus. I think if you play that as well, no matter what Gareth played, you were just winning a couple turns earlier, basically.
I don't know. I had a reason for it at the time, but I can't remember what it is now. But
Fair enough.
yeah,
I know you said obviously then that you've made
quality
Yeah,
content.
I know.
I don't know.
So you said you've made a couple changes to the deck. Anything else that you've sort of eye-spying from the set that might go in there at all?
It's a lot of it's just the LB, like, you know, because like Kuja is insane, and like, you know, Chaos loves that deck as well. For, you know, Chaos loves it in that deck just for, you know, extra control and stuff like that. So it's really nice. The build is pretty much the same, but like I mean, it's my build, which is like nobody else, with all my crazy tech cards in there. But like LB Noctis is really powerful with it as well. Yeah, it's just like, you know, if you're gonna play a deck with all the best cards in the game, you're playing this on Mono Earth. But you know, I want the game to be over fairly quickly and don't want to fall asleep while playing. So not Mono Earth, is it? So,
Well, there you go, guys. That's the mentality of a man that just wants to win.
I want them full alpha though, man. I'm gonna lose every other game now. So
I don't know. You might be all right. There's a bit of mono water floating around, right?
oh yeah, well, you know, we'll see. Either way on that. I think Gareth's Mono Lightning Cadets list is pretty cool. You have that king go down. I was like, oh man, like this could be really tough here, because counting as well as cadets is up to about 3 on that point. It's like, man, if he plays, if I'm out of Ultimate Shield or anything like that as well, and he plays like the size for 1 CP and takes out like any one of my forwards at this point, and the damage was just savage as well. It was Tyrus, Ward, and Axstar. I was like, how am I supposed?
Yeah, absolutely great hits on Gareth's bat.
And then the last card I have in hand for the thing was Axstar, which I can't cast. Has only got a water backup as well. Like, oh man, savage.
Well, how happy were you to see Gareth discard 2, I think, 7 CP Odins as his first?
No, well, as a person who plays a lot of Mono Lightning, that's like the best thing he could possibly do as well. It's like for mirrors, it means that Irvin can hit him, and he's just like getting dead cards out of his hand and only keeping gas. So it's like it's he ramped really quickly in that, and again like came back and put the pressure on so much. Like, that was not easy.
Yeah. I mean, the ace alone almost turned it around, I think, because that card is so good.
I was really. It all came down to, again, because I played one. I shouldn't have ultimate shielded as soon as I went to combat. I should have waited for him to try to dull Gilgamesh first and then ultimate shield, but which is how the game was won the turn later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough, man. It's like it gets such a huge board with it. Like, it's just it's crazy to deal with, and there's lots of EXs in there as well, and they're also just like, I'm making sure that none of his kill spells are going to hit me on the EX. I can't deal with that, but yeah, it's good. I like it. Play Mono Lightning. It's better than you think it is.
There you go, folks. The words of a winner, and we'll be back with you with round 2. So we'll be back shortly.